Good evening. How are you? Um, it's just gone 8 o'clock, and we had some people in the waiting room. Oh, 7 o'clock. Whoa. Do you know what? That's how my week has been. I think it's 8 o'clock. I think it's like Friday the 17th. There's so much going on that, yes, that is the situation. And just when we thought everything was good, my 8-month-old puppy is decided to join us on Zoom.
Oh,
So luckily my husband is home, but yes, she always decides to talk just at the wrong time. Whatever, it's cool. She's cute.
Sandra's
So
got cats behind her.
she really, she's muted her background, so that's absolutely fine. So welcome everyone, and we can start again. So it is Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. I had this little idea of going online and doing a spiralizer and cutter class. Just let me admit some more people as they come in. And I reached out to Natasha, and she was really happy to join me. And I just want to say that I'm based in Canary Wharf in London, and Natasha's in Cambridgeshire. And we met in Sicily.
You didn't we? Yeah.
We did. We sat next to each other in Sicily on one of the high flyers incentives. And it's just so wonderful, the Thermomix community, because you genuinely make friends with advisors in and around the country. And, you know, keep term there, friends, because we are friends. So today we thought we'd do a little online demo together. We've thrown it together, and we're going to make a couple of recipes for you. Please feel free to use the chat because some of the names we recognize, not everyone we do. So we also would love to know, do you own a Thermomix? What model you own? And if you're just here for more inspiration, or even to find out more about the cutter and the spiralizer. So feel free to tell us all of that. And while we wait for a couple of other people, and Natasha, I'll let you introduce anything else before we start cooking or cooking together.
Excellent. Well, I am not going to lie. Both Cheryl and Sandra saw me online last night, and they saw how excited I was about doing this. You messaged me and said, would you like to do a cutter and spiralizer thing with me online? I jumped, as you saw, I jumped at the chance. However, I did panic because I was like, please don't make me do the spiralizer bit because I still haven't figured it out myself. So very excited that you said, I'll do that part. I did try it live without having practiced, and that went disastrously wrong. But I think I figured it out. But yes, I'm very excited that you're doing it. And I'm very excited I am doing the cutter bit because I am getting to make probably my favorite recipe that uses the cutter. And we're having that for dinner when we're done. So yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So as I'm reading this, I think we have mostly customers on the call today, which is great because just we were just discussing our little pre-prep of what shall we be showing. And, if there were new owners to the class, then it's really important to show the full functions of the Thermomix, and it's not just slicing and cutting. But if we actually have more owners and a new advisor, hello, it's nice to kind of show a different thing. But I think maybe I will still make the lemonade because Natasha and I are essentially cooking dinner, right? Yep. And that's the most exciting part of an online demo is we get to eat the food and drink whatever we make. for our family. So you've got your husband, and mine has just come home.
Mine
And I
literally just walked up to me and gone, feed me now.
Don't eat much.
well, 45 minutes. I promise for 45 minutes. So what I thought I would do is quickly make one of my all-time favorites, which is the lemonade. I'm sure everyone has made the lemonade, correct? Can I see things? So I'm not going to even use the cookie dough recipe because this is how much I make it. And it's really interesting. I'm of Indian origin, and homemade lemonade is something that we make all the time. And we make it slightly sweet and slightly salty to replenish those sort of electrolytes. And I have sold Thermomix just based on the quality of the Thermomix. So what I have done is I had some leftover lemons and lime there as well. But what's really interesting, so I'm going to throw these in. So it's about 2 limes. But my secret, have you tried this?
Yeah.
Red cabbage, right? So last year it was all about Barbie and pink lemonade. And there's a secret tip. If you put just a wedge of a red cabbage in with that, it turns pink, but it doesn't change the flavor of the lemonade as well. So I am just going to put about 80 grams of sugar.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You said about using salt. So my mum also was from India, and I spent a lot of time there, and I have done. And I love the salty sweet lemonade, and I've never thought about taking our lemonade and adding the salt to it. And I don't know why I've never thought that. When you do that, how much salt do you put in?
It's all down to taste.
Okay.
It's all down to taste. So I guess yeah, I mean it's I'm not doing it today, but you would just add, I don't even want to say a teaspoon, but just a sprinkle to give it that sort of in Hindi it's called khatta meeta. So it's salty and spicy with that. And it's the same reason why when you make mango lassi, or not mango lassi, but plain lassi, you sometimes can have sweet, salted, or mixed because of that. So I've added a liter of water, my lemons, my cabbage, and what I'm going to do is 2 seconds turbo. And that's it. I mean, how easy is that to make your lemonade? And you're going to see it now when I open. And I'm going to grab a internal measuring bowl basket. And you can see live the pink color. Now, I have found if you actually use strawberries, raspberries, it makes it too sweet. So the addition of this is just that pink color. Have a look at what that looks like. And we have pink lemonade. So again, Natasha, there's a lot of pink lemonade in Canada, isn't there?
And I knew that you could. I'm just typing in the chat because the girls yesterday were laughing at me when I said, every day's a school day. I've had a machine for 11 years. I still learn something. And I knew you could do pink lemonade with cabbage, but I never knew how much cabbage. So I'm sitting here going, so making that next.
Yeah, and it's a good one. It's a really good one. Now, I'm not showing you this recipe, but often people ask us, and I'm sure, there's always the naysayers, and they say, do you really cook with Thermomix, and do you, how often do you do it? So because Natasha's actually making a really delicious Buddha bowl, which I'll let her introduce, I'm actually making Miso eggplant, right? Which, if anyone speaks Japanese, I happen to speak Japanese. It's called nasu dengaku. And I've scored some eggplant, put a little bit of vegetable oil on it, and I made a sauce, in the Thermomix with red miso. And all I'm going to do now is just paste that on there and bake it. So along with the salmon that I'm eating for dinner, I'm going to have these roasted eggplant with miso and some sauce. And I'm going to stick those in the oven. So you're going to come back to me in the interval when, and we're going to make some spiralized salad. But I'll pass it over to you, Natasha.
Do you want to, are you good like this, everybody? Everybody can see us fine, right? Fab.
Yeah.
So
we're spotlighting on the recording will be the spotlight of the person who's talking. So, but it's nice when we're a small group to see everyone's face.
Everyone, absolutely. Brilliant. So yes, I am doing the, let me go into my week. It's the chicken Buddha bowl. Now, this is one of my favorites. Sandra, I know you're vegetarian, and I was actually looking at this recipe. In the hints and tips at the bottom, it actually says that you can just add something else, use beetroot or something else instead of chicken. So there's lots of different options. But it is a really, really yummy one. And I've already done the rice because you guys didn't need to see it literally just cook rice for 15 minutes. So I did that beforehand. So I will just start the recipe. It says place 1,000 grams, so a liter of water, put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I didn't put in that much. 20 grams of olive oil. And then you insert the simmering basket for that one. And then you weigh the rice into it. So for that one, I actually cooked the rice inside the basket, inside the bowl with water in it, and had the lid on, and it just cooked for 15 minutes. And you can see there, insert the measuring cup into the mixing bowl. And I don't know if you guys can see what it says, probably not. 15 minutes at speed 4. Sorry? What was that question? Was that a question?
No, I think someone was talking to
right
again.
So that was done, and it does say then to divide the rice amongst 4 bowls, but it is just Eric and I, and I'm going to have leftovers tomorrow, so I'm not plating this dish as it says to. So that's my rice all done, ready to go. And then that didn't waste 15 minutes of your time. Rinse the mixing bowl, and as if by magic I have another one, because we are all advocates of having more than one bowl. I'm sure everyone here probably already has more than one bowl. If you haven't, you need another bowl. And then I'm going to pop in. So it is 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to pop that in my bowl. There's one. There we go. 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. 3 teaspoons of, it says toasted sesame. I'm just using sesame oil. I don't actually know if there's a difference, but I don't have. So sesame oil will do 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of sesame oil. And then 250 grams of skinless chicken breast fillets cut into long strips. So I've got my chicken here all cut. I'm just grabbing something to pop it in there with. Pop my chicken in. And what I'm going to do, because when I just dumped my chicken in, you can see it's all on one side. So I am just going to move my chicken around just so it's nicely evenly spread around the blades and the bowl. And then it cooks better. Oh, that's going to pop on. With my lid, place simmering basket on top. And then 8 minutes It's going to speed 0.5 and it's in reverse. So it's not chopping, it's just gently stirring it against that dull side of the blade for 8 minutes.
That's
And then
wonderful.
back to me after.
Oh, I mean, that's actually a favorite recipe of everyone's, actually, which is great. Somebody asked for the name of the recipe. So it's the chicken butter bowl, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll pop a link in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we will do anyway, for anyone who's registered on the call, even if they haven't made the call, when we do a follow-up, we'll add all the links to Cookie Do on that. So I'm drinking my lemonade already, but look at it. It's just so pink and so delicious and so refreshing, which was great. So Natasha is going to use, for the second part of her recipe, the cutter, right? So can I just see a show of hands if anyone has the cutter already? I love it. Everyone's so compliant. Thank you. Yes. So we all know how to use the cutter, but probably the spiralizer. Oh, you don't know how to use the cutter? Well, we're going to teach you. Oh, the spiralizer. Yeah, we're going to teach you how to use the spiralizer. And I'm going to make, we're kind of keeping with the Asian theme. It's called Spiralized Korean salad. And it just looked absolutely delicious. And what's really interesting is how funky, and I'm going to use the word woke, Thermomix are these days, because this summer, and I'm saying that because we're like middle-aged women, but Korean cucumber salad was all the craze this year. And it was on TikTok, which I'm not even on TikTok. But my 16-year-old daughter was saying, can you make that salad? Can you make that salad? And suddenly Thermomix has suddenly created a version with it. So it's called Spiralized Korean salad.
For those who don't have a Thermomix or would have to say, so it basically says place a bowl onto the mixing lid, and we want to weigh 16 ounces of cucumber. So for those users out there, you will spot the fact that the recipe is
an American recipe, it's fine. So we're just doing that. And now we actually want to start putting the cutter on. So the first thing we're doing is putting the shaft, which is here, which is the cutter shaft, onto the Thermomix bowl. We're then using the cutter basket and putting that in. And here is where we start to get the pieces of the spiralizer. So here is the spiralizer. It actually comes apart, and it's actually a little tricky. So it comes apart like that. And then you open this to change the green or the black disc. And I just realized where I put my black disc. There's a little black disc as well. Okay. The green disc is to make your spirals and your thin sort of spaghetti courgette type of things. Oh, Natasha, you want to talk, and that would be brilliant. So then you'll highlight. Oh, okay. And the black actually makes the sort of potato spirals and things like that. So we put that in, we slide it in like this. And then the most important part of the cutter and spiralizer is the position that you put this in, right? So what you do, you put it in the center, right? So it has to be aligned in the center of your Thermomix. For me, it's also where I'm putting my, where my handle is, because then when you put your lid your lid fits on it. It should fit on it if we're not live. There, it's gone in, right? So unlike some of the, you know, the cutter where you can kind of put the disc and it will find where it needs to go, with the Spiralizer, you want that in the front. You want that in the front. So this is actually said, place the cutter lid in position, and then we're going to spiralize cucumber, right? So now, instead of the cutter insert, we now have a new insert, which is the Spiralizer insert, like this. And if I take my cucumber and attach it, it's quite a big one. This is actually going to go into the Spiralizer. Okay, are we with me? So we do that. And actually, I don't really need to do that until it comes in. And so it's already programmed. Turn speed selector. As simple as that. Press next. And we have seen, oh, this is quite exciting doing it live. I have spiralized that whole thing in, what, 5 seconds? So I'll grab my bowl and you can see that beautiful spiralized of a whole cucumber in, what, seconds? I mean, it would have taken forever to do elsewhere. So really beautiful spirals. I think the summer can be really, or the winter's going to be really lovely now with being able to eat courgette or pumpkin spirals instead of pasta. So it says transfer to the bowl, remove your various bits. And very important to remove your bits, because there is a lot of customers who've left this in and then shredded it. Oh, I have someone shaking their head. Have you done that? Yes.
I did
exactly.
it.
You did it.
I did it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It should be bright green.
I know. It's that thing. So you only have to do it once and it happens. So yeah, look at this. 5 people on the call and 2 have done it. So we take that out. And then we just finish the recipe. So it says 1 red chili, de-seeded, 10 sprigs of cilantro, again, American recipe. We know that is coriander, and 2 garlic cloves. So I've got my chili and garlic. My husband quickly bought coriander on the way home, which was very helpful. And I'll tell you, I don't take the leaves off whenever it says take the leaves off. I just throw them in anyway. Thermomix can handle it. Lid on. Press next. 3 seconds, speed 7. Scrape down. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's so some of you have to see how wonderful that looks. And now we're just going to add some oil. So it's 1 ounce of olive oil. 1 tablespoon of gochujang. So this is the Korean spice. And when you do have Thermomix, you have to actually start getting all your ingredients. So a nice heaped spoon of that. And it says place the simmering basket. I have here. And we're going to cook 3 minutes. Now, after that, it's basically just combine some vinegar, some sugar, and some salt. But you don't need to see me do that. It's much nicer to see the final version of the salad. So, Natasha, I think you're 8 minutes, and you're ready to shred. Brilliant.
Yeah. Just beat a couple of seconds ago, and it said pour cooking juices into a small bowl and set aside. So you didn't need to see me do that. So that's exactly what I did. I've just taken the juices from that chicken, pop it into a little dish, and it then says leave the chicken in the mixing bowl. Insert the measuring cup. This is what I always do on demos. I always lose when I put the measuring cup down. And then for 4 seconds, again, it's just going to go in reverse at speed 4, but it's going to shred that chicken. 4 seconds. And then I'll let you have a look at that. Okay. You guys hear me okay? Because I have to swap to my ears. Okay. And then it says there arrange shredded chicken in a small pile on top of the chicken. So in theory, I would be doing 4 bowls, which I am not. There is my chicken all shredded up. So I am just going to pop that into one dish. Because like I say, this is going to be dinner for us and then probably lunch again for me tomorrow. It does such a good job of shredding. There's a recipe, I don't know if you guys have done. I think it's the, I don't know if it's coordination chicken or it's tandoori chicken. There is another chicken recipe where it does a whole load of chicken and then it shreds that. It's
there's so
wonderful.
many of them. There's the chicken tinga, which is the Mexican for, you know, they're putting the chicken tinga in the tacos or corn tortillas.
Yeah.
And yes, the coronation chicken. I mean, the shredding is just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Chickens, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to pop that dirty bowl out of the way. There you go. You can see that was chicken breast. So I've got a nice big size bowl of shredded chicken there. Just put that out of the way. And as if by magic, another bowl arrived. So what it's asking me to do now is to use the machine to scales. So it's asked me to put a bowl on top, way in, because it just wants me to make sure I've got the right measurements of my stuff. I've already done it. So it says to put in, I need 120 grams of carrot. I need some baby cock lettuce, Roma tomatoes, cucumber, red onion, avocado. So I've already weighed all my stuff out. So I've got my onion, my cucumber, my carrot, I've got my lettuce. My tomatoes and avocados are still in the fridge. When you're using the cutter, it's better if things are firm. If your tomato is too soft, it doesn't slice it. For me, I don't find it slices it quite so well. Same with avocado, if your avocado is too soft. So I've just kept it in the fridge. So when I need them, I'm just going to grab them straight out of the fridge, and then they're going to be at a nice firmer temperature in order to slice better. So then I've got everything already. So insert. This is where you're going to insert your shaft into that bowl. And it just sits. It only goes on one way onto your bowl. And then insert the Thermomix cutter shaft. So that's going to go on there. And then when you're looking at your cutter, you've either got side 1. There is actually a 1 there with picture of the slices, and you've got a side 2 there with pictures of little cylinders. And the other way, there's different colors. So 1 is, or sorry, yeah, 1 has got the black one on top, 2's got the white one on top. And this actually says, place the cutting disc with side 1 slicing facing up. So I'm actually looking at the picture. For me, I'm visual. I struggle seeing the numbers on there. And I can see it's the black one that needs to be up. So that's how I'm going to hold it. And it says place that cutter lid into position. So it's just going to go like that. And insert the lettuce. So pop that on there. And I'm going to start with the lettuce. Insert the lettuce vertically into the wide part of the feeder. I just need to find my pusher. Have that. Too much in there to start. There we go. And it says, in the next prompt, start the motor and press gently. When the feeder is empty, press the speed selector to stop. And then turn the selector to fix and start going. There we go. I'm just going to push that down gently. And then I'm just pressing that button to stop it. Pop the rest of that in. And just carry on until I've done all of the.
And this actually, I mean, it's such a well-balanced meal as well. You know, you've got the carbohydrate with the rice, you've got the protein with the chicken, and I mean, can you just name all the vegetables that are going into that, Natasha?
That is cucumber, onion, avocado.
Yeah, I mean, really, really well balanced.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, and I guess that's the whole point of Buddha bowls, is that they're a little bit of everything. But it's so nice that obviously we have everything already there.
Something you don't like, skip it. If you want to put something else in, add something else. Now if I show you, that's just taken all of my lettuce and chopped up all my lettuce. And it says then arrange your lettuce into the bowls on your cooled rice next to the chicken, which I'm not doing. So I am just going to pop all of my lettuce into a separate bowl here. Again, ready to go. Much that out. And I am just going to give this a very quick rinse. If you guys don't mind. Done. Pop that back on and press that. So I'm going to carry on with that cutter as it was, but I am, because I've just finished doing one thing, and you do sometimes get little bits in it. So I'm just going to pull that apart, and you can see I've got bits of lettuce in there. I'm just going to get rid of that, ready for the next one. Just so that's all light and doesn't get stuck. There we go. And I have to be visual and check that I've got the right side up again. So I want one up. Pop that back on. Place the cutter basket and disc back on shaft with single side facing up. Now I'm going to put the onion in. Onion here. I'll put my onion in. Next. And it says turn thick. So you've got a choice of thick or thin, but it actually tells me which one. So I'm going to go thick, pop that down. Done. Arrange the onion slices in the bowl next to the chicken. Oh, yeah, I'm not. I'm going to show you. She says knocking over all of her ingredients. Onions now.
Oh, lovely.
I hate slicing onions. Genuinely hate slicing onions. So that is amazing. My onions are just flying so many nice and easily. My onion. And again, I'm just pulling it apart just to get out any of the bits that are stuck on that blade.
Oh, you're so good. I'm so lazy. I never do
I know,
that.
I don't think you have to do it, but I just always do. Right, so I've got it back. I haven't done anything. I've still got the right side is up. And the next is going to be my tomatoes. So pardon me while I just grab my tomatoes from the fridge. And tomatoes only just fit in there. And then again, this one is thick. This will need a little push because it's a little tight right there. One. Done. It didn't really. No, it did. Slices of my tomato in there. Pop that in my bowl. There is a lot of vegetables that it is slicing. So this is the only time that you're doing it. Imagine if you were having to do all this by hand.
Oh, it would take forever.
It really would. Right, next is going to be my cucumber. My cucumber. And this is different because with the spiralizer, you are meant to attach the spiralizer to the pusher, whereas with the cutter, you don't have to. And again, I'm going to go thick. Done. Tomato. I find those amazing. All of mine. Where are we? Went a bit too fast. Avocado is next. She's laughing at me that I keep doing that. Right. Now I'm gonna, and this is where I was saying, because avocado can be really quite soft and then it gets a bit mushy, but because I had them in the fridge, they should turn out okay. So I'm just double checking it before I turn it on. The rest of my avocado is done. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Again, if you try to do them, they're not uniform. They're all over the place. That's my avocado. Now I'm going to swap that disc over because now what I'm doing is I'm actually going to grate the, so this time I'm going to just swap that around and I'm going to have the white disc on top. Put that on. Next, and I'm going to put my carrot in. I grate my carrot. Thick again. Make it thin. If you want your carrot nice and thinly grated, just make it thin. And that's the cutting bit of it done. I've done my chicken. I've got all of my veg prepped. There's my carrots all ready to go. I'll show you them easier to see in a bowl. Carrot all grated. And then the next thing it's going to want me to do is just make up my sauce. Do you want me to make the sauce now or do you want me to come back to that?
Oh, you can make the sauce. I'm ready to try my delicious salad. Look at that.
Wow.
And I put some sesame seeds on it. And I've been waiting patiently to try it. So I thought I would try it live on screen.
That it was not noodles. It was your cucumber.
And then with a little dressing. And I mean, obviously the gochujang and the chili and the coriander were cooked and heated. And so that was kind of, I guess, to pickle or the salad a little bit, and then it was just rice vinegar, soy sauce, and a bit of oil and salt. So let me try. Oh my God.
They're really good.
It's really good. I think this is going to be a staple. I mean, I love Asian foods and I love things with that bite. So with the fact that I've got the miso glazed aubergines in the oven, which is quite a basic, I don't want to say bland, but not spicy. I've just grilled some salmon, which is also done. So white rice. So the salad being a little bit spicy, a little bit tingy, it's going to be perfect. And I took a picture before I ate it, so that'll be on the Instagram soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I have that clean bowl that I put the putter bowl into, and now I'm making the dressing, and it said to do that in a clean bowl, but I'm not. I took the bowl that had my chicken in it. I'm quite happy in making my dressing in that bowl rather than dirtying yet another one. So I've just gone back to my bowl with the chicken, and I put in the juices that were in the chicken, salt, pepper, some natural yogurt, 250 grams of natural yogurt, and mayonnaise is going in it now. And I'm really sorry I didn't make the mayonnaise because I ran out of time. I'm using cheap mayonnaise. Usually I actually make it. Derek had cheap mayonnaise in the fridge, so I'm doing that. And then that's literally just going to mix that up. Find my lid. 15 seconds at speed 4, and that'll be my dressing done. And then what I'll do for hours is to get them ready while it's doing that. Everybody's got any questions for it?
No, I think they're all very happy.
Are you all looking forward to trying your Spiralizer when you get it?
Yeah.
Here we go. So
And
I've
this
got
is
my
so good,
rice.
I think I might actually do the other cucumber. Have some for tomorrow.
Oh, really? That was so fast. I didn't think it was that fast. Nice. But yours was. I'm just putting one of the bowl things together so that you can see it all together. Some tomato, avocado, cucumber, carrot. Find where I put the chicken. Oh, I forgot the onion. Because I've got it all over the place in my kitchen. Onion. Where did I put the bowl with them? Top there on top of the rice. There's my yummy dressing in there. A little bit of that over it. And then I'm going to just put some extra coriander on the top. Find where I put that. And just make it look a little bit pretty. It does say in the recipe actually that you can add it with cashew nuts as well. So if you want, you can just sprinkle some cashew nuts over that. Down the point.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So
brilliant. So thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Oh, wow, look at that. Make sure you take a picture of that and send it to me, Natasha, as well. That'd be fabulous. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. We've had so much fun. It's nice working together, which, you know, we've never done a demo together as well, which is nice. And I know all of us are owners, so there's not gonna be any hard sell, because you're happy owners and you're getting that service from your advisors. But all we ask is if you know anyone who'd like to see a demo, anyone who you think would be interested of benefiting from a Thermomix, or even if you want to join us, we have some wonderful ways to earn a second Thermomix or third. And so just, you know, go back to whoever invited you to the class, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I hope we've inspired you to try some new recipes.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
So
everyone.
yes, I'll stop the recording now, but if you have any questions, shout or unmute yourself.
Just thank you, ladies. Really enjoyed that. When I got my computer to work tonight, Natasha, I gave up last night.
Thank you very much.
Do you
Where
know
can we
what?
buy the
It's actually
Spiralizer?
You have to buy it through an advisor. So, are you friends with Ankita?
I'm friends with a lot of people. Not not
Yeah.
so yeah, I think my local advisor is in Birmingham.
Okay, perfect. Who's your advisor, if you don't mind me asking?
I've got two. Because I bought two Thermomix, and one was doing it, and then they stopped, and then someone else.
Yeah.
I bought the second bowl from the second Thermomix from someone else, and then the other one came back, and the other one stopped. So, Bethan from, and then there was another lady called Louise Mercier.
There's so many people come and go to earn their Thermomixes, or they move back, or they, you know, just move on. But if you, I mean, you feel free to contact either Natasha or myself if you'd like to place an order for the Spiralizer. They're £40, or if you actually refer us a client who buys, they're actually half price as a referral gift. We don't make any money on accessories. It's just a service that we do to help you get these accessories. So the referrals are really appreciated.
Okay,
But yes,
thank you
we
very
can
much.
definitely help you.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. All righty.
Right.
Well, enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy your Buddha bowl, Natasha.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. That
Definitely.
was
I like
lovely.
pictures of your